Hello, everyone. It's me again. I pray that everyone has had a blessed day. And I want to start off by giving honor to God as I always do. Because honestly, without Him, I wouldn't even be here and I wouldn't even be doing these videos. So I always want to make sure that I give honor to Him and I give honor to whom honor is due. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about faith this time. Now, the Bible's definition of faith says that now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So, when I think about that definition, I think about it saying that there is something that we are hoping for, something that we are praying for, that we want to see happen, that we want to see come to pass, and it has not yet happened. We have not yet seen it with our natural eyes in our lives. But we're hoping that one day we will see it. We're hoping that one day it will come to pass. And so faith is just having confidence that whatever we're praying for, whatever we are hoping for, whatever God has promised us, that it will come to pass in our lives, that it will happen, that it will take place. When we don't know, because God's ways are not our ways, His thoughts are not our thoughts, His timing is not our timing. So it's just we have to keep trusting that if His word says that it will happen, then that it will happen. But it will happen in His way and in His timing. We are living in times where it's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of things happening around us that has never happened before. It's a lot of things, going on in this world that is new to a lot of us. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. But for us, we are seeing things in this time that we have not personally, seen for ourselves. And a lot of times it just leaves us like wondering, like, God, what is really going on? What is really happening? I mean, we know that the Bible, tells us that, we're going to have troubles. We're going to, have hard times. Like, none of us are exempt to that. It's going to happen. But the way things are happening, and, just how quickly, everything started happening and, just the uncertainty of things, it kind of makes us just like, God, where are you? You know, and a lot of times, it's not always easy to have faith in God the way that we should. I mean, let's just be real. It's not always easy. When things go on and we're faced with circumstances and things that just don't make sense to us. It just is beyond our understanding. It's beyond our control. It's beyond what, we thought should have happened or how it should have happened. Sometimes it leaves us doubting. It leaves us wondering, like, God, where are you in this moment? Like, what's really going on? But we know that God always tells us in his word that, He will never leave us or forsake us, that He will be with us always, even until the ends of the world. And even at times when it seems like He's far away, it seems like He's not in that situation that we're going through, we can have faith and we can have confidence that He is, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it doesn't seem like it. That's why we can't live off of our feelings or our emotions or even what we see with our natural eyes. And that's where faith comes in. Faith is seeing beyond the circumstances that we're going through. It's seeing beyond the problems that we're dealing with. It's seeing beyond, whatever is going on in our lives that just doesn't make sense at the time. It's seeing beyond those things and knowing that, there is a God that is on our side, that loves us, that cares about us, that is fighting for us, despite what we may think, despite what we may see, despite what, comes to our mind at the time. God is with us. He is on our side. He promised that He would be with us wherever we go, in the good times and the bad times. He promised to be with us. And, we know that His word says that all things, work together for our good if we love Him. And so even when it feels like it's not working for our good, even when it seems like it's not working for our good, if His word says it, then we have to trust that. We have to believe that. We got to have faith in Him. And even when the times that, we feel like, the Bible says, even when we are faithless, God is still faithful. So that tells me that God knows that our faith level is not going to always be where it needs to be. It's not. And so He understands that. He understands that there are going to be moments where, doubt comes in, but even in those moments, He's telling us, even when we're faithless, He's still faithful. He's still going to come through for us. He's still going to be there for us. He's still going to cause it to work out for our good. He's still going to cause us to triumph in every circumstance and every situation that we're in, so we can trust Him. We can have confidence in Him, and having faith in God is just really having faith in His word. It's having faith in the promises that He's promised all throughout the Bible for us. We can have confidence in knowing if His word says it, that it has to happen. His word cannot return unto Him void. His word has to be accomplished, and so if His word promises it to us, then we can have faith and we can have trust and we can have confidence that it will come to pass in our lives. Like we don't know when, we don't know how, but we just have to trust that it will. When faith in God is just saying, like, God, I trust you beyond what I can understand. I trust you beyond what I can see. I trust you beyond what I can reason with my own mind. God, no, it doesn't always make sense to me, God, but I'm trusting you in this situation. I'm not trusting myself. I'm not trusting what somebody else says. I'm trusting what your word says. And if your word says it, God, I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to believe it. And that's going to settle it, point blank, period. That's just what it is. And so, we can have faith in God. Like, we can have faith in His word. His word is true. The Bible says that God is a man that, cannot lie. He cannot lie. And so if His word says that He will do something for us, then we can bank on it that He will do it. And so I just wanted to just try to, encourage someone, who may be going through, a rough patch in your life, or, just maybe going through some things that just seem out of control or just seem uncertain at the time. But even in the times that, things seem uncertain in our lives, we have a God who is certain, and we can certainly trust Him. We can certainly depend on Him. We can certainly lean on Him, let Him be our strength, where we're weak. He is our strength. So we have to lean into His strength, and not try to do things in our own power. Trust Him. That's what He's there for. And so I just encourage everybody to just, let your faith rise in God. Let your faith and your confidence rise in Him. Let your faith and confidence rise in His promises that He's promised over your lives, and that He says He will do. If He's promised to protect us and our families, then that's what He'll do. If He's promised to heal us, That's what He'll do. If He promised to save us, that's what He will do. He will do it. He has to do it. He cannot lie. His word cannot return unto Him void. So we just got to have faith, and we just got to have confidence that God will do what He says He will do. Keep trusting Him, keep leaning on Him, keep depending on Him, and just keep having faith in Him. And I just pray that everyone has a blessed night, have a blessed evening, and just continue to trust God. We can trust Him, even when it doesn't seem like it. We can trust Him. Thank you.